Hi, sixth graders. Miss Englander here with your Monday motivation speech. You know, you guys love these. All right, today's topic is on self-pity and self-doubt. I know that sometimes as sixth graders, sometimes we have these feelings that we let slip into our head about I'm not good enough, or things like just nobody helps me, or nobody likes me, or I just can't do this. And you know, we talked about this at the beginning of the year, and we said that these thoughts were going to happen. And after our last chapter where the learning was pretty challenging, we've had a chance to reset, right? And sometimes these thoughts, they creep into our heads when we're least expecting it. And sometimes as sixth graders, well, even as adults, they happen. We have this idea of what we expect from ourselves and then what the reality is. And sometimes we just feel like we're just not good enough, like we're not meeting those expectations. And while those thoughts are normal, those thoughts can be normal for us, those are not good places to live. It's not a good place to dwell. It's not a good place for our brains to stay. Our brains should not be in the poor me. We call this a pity party, and it's not a party, let me tell you. There is no party happening upstairs when your brain is thinking, poor me, I'm going to have a pity party. What's actually happening upstairs in your brain when you are having a pity party is your receptors, right? So your brain is creating new pathways, and those negative thoughts start to take over. And instead of creating positive thoughts and creating positive pathways, those negative pathways are taking over. And so the more time that you're spending in the land of negativity, the more your brain is wiring itself to remain negative. So it's really, really important for you to catch yourself when you are in the land of negativity. And sometimes as middle schoolers and as sixth graders, it's hard to find yourself when you're in that land. And so this is where we talk about being self-aware and being in a place where we are aware of the things that we are saying. We're aware of our actions. We're self-aware of our actions. We're self-aware of our learning habits and our struggles, and we are self-aware of the things that we are doing to our family and our friends. So that way we know if we are having a pity party, that's not really a party, or if we're actually having a happy party. So when we're self-aware, we can pull ourselves out of the land of negativity. And so if you feel yourself, find yourself, I should say, in a spot where maybe people don't want to be around you, or maybe you're in a spot where you just feel like nothing's going right, or I'm just so upset all the time. That is a time for you to do some self-reflecting. It's hard to self-reflect. It's hard to determine what's wrong, but we need to start thinking about what it could be. And you need to tell yourself to stop. Being negative is not fun to be around. It's not good for you. It's not good for your social habits. It's not good for your schoolwork. And you have to come back and fight. And I don't mean fight people. I mean fight you and fight your brain and fight your thoughts. You are in control of you, and you are in control of your own destiny and the things that go on upstairs. Okay, we are in control of what we think about. We are in control of the thoughts that we let slip into our head. We are in control of the things that we give space to in our brains. And so being upset is normal. It is totally normal to be upset about something. But you can't live in that state. You can't live there. You have to get over it somehow. So we call this vent and move, right? So if you're upset about something, you need to find a healthy way to talk it out, a healthy way to problem solve, a healthy way to find resolution to whatever those problems are so that they don't take up all that positive space in your brain. You don't want your brain to rewire to become something negative. Those self-thoughts of I can't do this need to be rewired with I can do this. So that means that when you're finding yourself thinking, gosh, I just can't do this right now. It's so dumb. You need to go and find something that you can do. You need to work harder to find a way to be able to do it. Think, am I really giving this my all when it comes to my schoolwork? If it's your schoolwork that you can't do, is it because you're, one, not doing the work that's given to you? If you're falling behind and you're not giving the time that you're supposed to be giving to your schoolwork, there's a good chance that that's why you can't do your work. But let's be honest, right? Be honest with yourself. You can't expect yourself to know everything if you haven't given yourself the opportunities to learn the things that you are supposed to be learning. So in some instances, if you've fallen behind, you actually have to work hard to get caught up so that you can learn. So if in class you're talking about something, or your teacher's talking about something, or students are talking about something, and you have no clue what they're talking about, you're going to have to figure it out one way or another. You cannot live in a land of self-pity because you didn't do your work. You're going to have to work hard, and you're going to have to do your work. Self-pity is only going to last for so long. And the things that you're learning now are going to build on themselves for next year, and the year after that, and the year after that, and the year after that, and all the way until you become an adult. So working hard. And some of us, we have to work extra hard. Some things don't come to us as easily as it does for others. When I was in school, math was really hard for me. I had to work extra hard at math compared to my sister. My sister knew her math facts, her multiplication facts in kindergarten. I didn't get mine until I was in 5th grade. And then I still struggled. I was still counting, adding on my fingers underneath the dining room table because I didn't want my dad to be upset with me because I didn't know how to add. And we're in the same family. Math comes differently to some people. Spelling. I make spelling mistakes all the time, you guys. You see me. Sometimes some of us have to work harder at things than others. But that doesn't mean that you just give up. You are in control of your own destiny. It just means that you have to give yourself an attitude of, it's just math. I'm going to figure this out one way or another. I'm going to own this, and I'm going to make it mine. Yes, you have to work hard. Life is about working hard. Nothing feels good if it's simple. But the reward at the end, when you accomplish something, it feels way better than all that self-pity and all that doubt that's been stuck inside your head. Friendships. Friendships aren't easy. Are you kidding me? Some of my hardest friendships, I've had to apologize over and over and over again. Ask your parents. Ask your families. Friendships are not easy. Everybody makes mistakes. We're all human. You have to own those mistakes. And you have to work together. If a friendship is worth having, it's worth putting in the hard work to have. And sometimes friendships aren't really friendships, and you just learn and you bless and you release those people because those people aren't meant to be in your life. And that's a hard thing to find out. But also, you can't have that negativity inside your head, and you can't carry that around with you. Because again, that self-doubt and that self-pity, you don't want that party in your head. You want a positive party because there's better friends out there. I know that's hard to hear, but there are. My son found that out on one of his games. And we had to explain that to him, and it's really, really hard to hear, but sometimes you just have to figure those things out, and it hurts. but that's part of life. But you can't dwell on it. You have to bless and release and move on to the positive side so that you can celebrate those things. And so that the pity and the self-doubt and all those hard science wiring things that are happening inside our brains, the more negativity that's in there, the harder it's going to become to rewire that brain. And the more self-doubt and the more self-pity and the more negatives that are going to happen, and it becomes easier to be negative than positive. So today I leave you with this Motivational Monday with a challenge. My challenge to you is to choose to rise above. Choose to rise above the negative self-talk. Choose to rise above the negative self-doubt. Choose to rise above the negativity that's lurking inside that brain. I challenge you to choose positivity. Pass positivity along to everyone that you come in contact with. Rewire your brain. Send out a positive message to your friends, even if they're not your friends anymore. Send them a good morning, a hey, how you doing? Reach out, thank someone for something that they've done for you. Go back, do the hard work. I challenge you, do the hard work. Rise above taking the easy road and not doing any schoolwork to taking the hard work and doing that schoolwork, even if you are behind and you have to go back and start at the beginning. I challenge you to do that. So, Cougars, what's it going to be? How are you going to make this week a Cougar Week? What are you going to do to show your Cougar pride? I want to hear it in the comments. I want to hear it. So go ahead and drop me a comment in the chat. And as always, Cougars, I am so proud of you and all of your hard work. I know that this is not easy, but those of you who are out there pushing forward and those of you who are out there working hard, I am proud of you. Those of you who are not working hard but want to work hard and don't have those strategies, you need to ask for help so that we can help you. That's why we're here. All right, Cougars, make it a great day the Cougar way. Get out there, spread that positivity. All right, make it a great day the Cougar way.